Welcome to my channel, Vibe Nation Tarot. It's your girl Asia, and I am here to bring you guys a message. We got Gold Digger. This message may or may not resonate with everyone watching. Please use your discernment when watching tarot. Somebody here could have an addiction or this could be a risk taker. Somebody here who you've created distance between you and this person. This person is saying they'll be back. Let's see. Clear and concise message. Benevolent ancestors, Holy Spirit, universe, and spirit guides. Clear and concise messages for the collective. What does the collective need to know? Overall energy is the most significant. Well, these are oracle messages. We're going to pull. Let's pull 4 messages. Ooh, what was that? Date night. Get ready to be wined and dine. Hey, Dan the Lake. Peace, everybody. Get ready to be wined and dine. Someone else. Someone is in the middle. Someone is trying to sabotage this. Ugh. Okay, what else? Open up your heart. It will help you attract more love. This person, somebody from your past is coming back towards you, but I'm sure you already know that. They probably already have. Divorce, experiencing a breakup. At the bottom of the deck, we got moving. Change of residence, moving in with your partner. Things could be getting serious, collective. I'm picking up on somebody here. You're in a new relationship. This is a new relationship, or you're dating. Somebody here definitely feels like you are. They feel like you have moved on. They feel like you have moved on. What's this date night energy? Somebody here could be wanting to take you out, collective. You're being wined and dined. If this is the past, I feel like you have detached. You're not talking to this person. You and this person don't communicate. There's distance, emotional detachment. We got the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. And the 10 of Cups. Yeah, you've moved on. There's something about you. You were serious about having peace in your life. You were serious about finding happiness. There was a situation, collective, where things were just all over the place. You felt overwhelmed. Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You don't have to be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but the energy that you're embodying right now is like, you don't want to hear shit from somebody from the past. You don't want to have nothing to do with it. You cut yourself free from it. Give me more for this Queen of Swords. The Queen of Cups. You cared about this person. You poured love as much as you could. But I feel like there's something about you. You're tired of the way you've been neglected, even the way you neglected yourself. And I feel like with that, you turned off emotionally and you're doing what's best for you. And that's to move on. The Chariot, Cancer energy. Somebody here, you could be a water sign. You don't have to be a water sign, but I feel like this just shows how you were at one time very loving, unconditionally loving, nurturing to someone. And then, with all of the drama and everything that's going on between you two, never being able to see eye to eye, never being able to, find the common ground. I feel like you had to make a decision to find happiness. And that meant that you had to transmute your emotions into logic, into decision time. What else for this Two of Pentacles? What was going on? Why were things so up and down? It feels like there was just a lot going on. Maybe you felt like the pressure was on you as far as taking care of responsibilities in the relationship. There could be children. You just had a lot on your plate. The Six of Pentacles, you really do need peace. You really do need some sort of balance to be restored so you can focus. Whoever I'm reading for, you could be telling me it was hard for you to focus. You make mistakes or you miss things because you couldn't focus. It says someone else. Someone is in the middle. Someone is trying to sabotage this. What is this? The Three of Wands in the reverse. The Nine of Cups in the reverse. And the Five of Cups in the reverse. Whoever this person is, they could be disappointed with how things are turning out. Somebody here had wished ill upon a relationship or something like that. They were like focused on your relationship, collective. Somebody here was sending negative energy towards a relationship. This is somebody that was staying hidden, staying behind the scenes, but they was like secretly sabotaging a relationship. So with the Nine of Cups in the reverse, they had a dream. Their desire was to, I don't know, either sabotage the connection that you had with someone, or they wanted your person. Or they wanted your person. Somebody here was being greedy. But anyway, with the Five of Cups in the reverse, I don't know, this person could be regretting their decision. What's this Three of Wands? Somebody here was plotting on your connection, plotting on sabotaging your happiness. The Seven of Cups, yeah, by creating illusions or starting up gossip, lies. Strength in the reverse, something weak. Something weak, something that wasn't, I guess it was fake. Somebody had made it up. There's illusions here. For some reason, this person feels like helpless or defeated. What's this Nine of Cups? This person had a desire. Yeah, it's like they wanted your person. I got the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Your person probably had dealt with this individual before. Your person probably had some sort of connection with this individual that wanted to come and sabotage your relationship. This Knight of Cups, this is like somebody here who is running from commitments. They make foolish decisions in love. This person could have, I don't know, maybe even promised this person they was going to be with them. Because I'm getting like somebody making a foolish decision. A reckless decision in love. They thought the grass was greener on the other side. They thought the grass was greener somewhere else with another person. And that person became obsessed or greedy or... This is a mess. Ten of Pentacles, yeah. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody wanted this person to leave their family. What's this Five of Cups? I see regret here. Somebody here is like... Yeah, I feel like this person made an impulsive decision. Yeah. Wow. I just got the Emperor in reverse, Aries energy, the High Priestess in reverse. Yep, this person was not listening to their higher self at all. This person was coming straight from their ego. And this is what got them in trouble. Because I feel like they made like a foolish decision. They really thought someone else or another circumstance was going to turn out to be better. They really thought that. But it was so naive. It was so like, there were no facts to back that up. It was sort of like this person had a delusion, or this person was just dreaming. Maybe even this no, why I'm getting like this person could have been mesmerized by this third party energy. But they were definitely coming from their ego. Like, I feel like this person's pride, something about this person's pride got in the way. And it caused them to make a bad decision. Because this person is going through regret. This is massive regret that they're feeling. Why does this open up your heart here? This person wants you to hear them out. Because I feel like they're coming towards you. I don't feel like that. I know that's what they're doing. They're trying to smooth things over with you. See if there's a possibility for another chance. What is this? Open up your heart. You could be telling me this person took a long time to respond or to even act like they were going to take some action about or do something about this love triangle. This person didn't. They didn't do anything about it. This person wants you to open your heart. Maybe this is what they want to confess, that they realize they didn't do anything about it. Okay. Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, they failed to take action. They didn't show up when they needed to. They didn't speak up when they needed to. They just, I don't know, they let this love triangle fester. I feel like they continued to deal with that third party energy and the drama. And I feel like they neglected you with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. This was a disappointment. And I feel like this is what's leading to this person missing out on love with you. They failed to take responsibility, accountability. Yeah, King of Swords in the reverse. So with the King of Swords in the reverse coming out, I feel like whoever this person is, they, y'all need to get some sleep. They are coming from this very self-centered point of view. Like, this King of Swords is like the narcissist energy. This is somebody that has a very selfish demeanor, attitude. This could be somebody who's verbally abusive, very negative energy. You know, they tear other people down. Something like that. Or they're just very controlling, manipulative is what I'm getting. So this person, instead of taking accountability for this love triangle that they put you in, I feel like this person, they manipulated things. They continue to like carry on. You know, some people like the drama and the excitement and the argument, the intense emotions that come from situations like this. Some people thrive off, yeah, this person lied. They were a liar. They continue to lie. This could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They don't have to be an air sign. They could be any sign. And this could be a woman in masculine energy. It's the energy that somebody, they act this way. They continued on with this love triangle shit. Or they continued on with this just being for the streets. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. And this shit never worked out. Nothing that they did, none of their efforts worked out. Yeah. This shit didn't go nowhere. The only thing that took place was a bunch of arguing. A bunch of intense emotions going back and forth. Or this is just represent, you know, drama. Being stuck in drama. What's this Ace of Cups? I feel like this person neglected the relationship, not only by involving third-party energies, but just being narcissistic. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be somebody from their past. This could be like a mother of their children. They got other children, you know. Yeah, somebody that they knew when they were younger. And that person, whoever they are, all they want to do is sabotage this shit. All they want to do is take what is yours, sabotage it for you so that you walk away. You walk away. This has been a cycle for somebody. I'm seeing the world in reverse. But yeah, this person acted very immature. This is somebody that is just, they don't know what the hell they doing. But as long as they're being allowed to do it, they're going to do it, right? So we got this divorce energy. This is a breakup. I see you walking away. Clear and concise message. What is this divorce? Ooh, what was that? The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. This could show up as codependency. Maybe this person didn't value you or felt like you were codependent on them. You needed them or something. The Sun. Leo energy. I feel like you're happier. There's something about the clarity. The Tower. Scorpio, Aries energy. And the Four of Wands. Yeah, you got peace. Woo. There's something about you getting peace. Because I feel like you recognize how this could have been self-sabotaging. Like continuing to push the issue or continue to force something here with this manipulative energy. Or maybe that's what this person was manipulating, keeping you stuck in this. Making false promises. Yeah, making you feel like you was codependent on them. I don't know why I'm picking up on this codependency energy. This person really wanted you to need them. You know, they manipulated that some way, somehow, though. Because I feel like you really didn't want to see anything other than, I don't know how to put this, but I'm seeing like maybe even resisting seeing the red flags at one point or another. But there is an awakening. There is an awakening. There is a choice in love. And I do see the heartbreak. Because this person is stuck in their ego. So, I mean, you can't change them. They got to want to change for themselves. This could be somebody who's very arrogant, very set in their ways. And I don't know. They get what they want. This could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They don't have to be. I feel like since this breakup, though, I'm talking to somebody here. You got clarity. There was an awakening. Like, I feel like there was nothing you could do to resist avoiding seeing this. You know, this wake-up call was like, you could not say you didn't realize this or see it, or I don't know if somebody got caught or you just fucking had it. I don't know. Something blew up here in the home. I feel like you and this person, y'all have been triggering each other. But something finally like was the straw that broke the camel's back or something. Yeah, because even on this divorce card, it looks like there's like this argument or this conversation. Maybe this was a heart-to-heart conversation, and it ended up in like making this agreement to go your separate ways. But I'm seeing the sun as clarity. This could even involve, you know, the children, like making this decision what's best for the kids. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, then we got moving at the bottom of the deck. So you could be telling me that you moved or you're moving. Some of you guys moved on to a new relationship. I'm seeing a commitment here. Or this is just the, you know what? Never mind. I feel like that's the commitment that you had with this person. Some of you guys were married. But, I mean, you could be moving on, collective. Like, shit, I mean, you do whatever you want to do. I feel like you set yourself free. You liberated yourself. So somebody's moving. All right, let's see. Ooh, yes. Ace of Pentacles. This is like one of the many opportunities that are coming your way. Yeah, because you released yourself from this toxicity. The devil in reverse. This is liberation from this, I don't know, it feels like a codependent attachment. And it was full of heartbreak, sadness, this love triangle, this manipulation. This manipulative person. Could be a Gemini or Capricorn involved. But there's this opportunity to move on. And it's like an open door opportunity. Like you could be receiving a yes. When you apply for something, it's like so easy. You get the victory, you get a yes. Like you're not having any issues with the move on process, right? Like everything is just kind of, I don't know how to put it. It's moving smoothly. The Ace of Wands in the reverse. This is not what somebody wanted. It's not what you wanted. I feel like I'm talking to somebody here. You took the opportunity, despite what you were going through. You made some sort of decision, like you took a risk. You were at a crossroads. It was either stay married to this person and keep going through this repetitive cycle, because something tells me that this person was set in their ways. Stubborn, maybe. And continue to be disappointed, let down, you know, feeling dejected. Something tells me that, you know, when you think back on this, you just see how you just invested too much time. You gave too much to someone that didn't deserve it. The Hermit is here, Virgo energy. It just appears you spent a lot of time reflecting. You spent some time reflecting. And this is how you come to this decision. It's time to move on. What's this Ace of Wands in the reverse? Yeah, you tried. I feel like too, yeah, you tried. You tried for a long time. You tried for as long as you could, collective. But, you know, there was a breaking point, especially with this. I don't know, you could be telling me you felt like you were constantly being attacked. You never could find this peace, this like contentment within. Always feeling like you had to be ready to fight or defend yourself. This went on for a while until it was over. We got death, Scorpio energy here. Until it was over and a new beginning started. And with this new beginning, I feel like you're just, first of all, you could be telling me you're saving money. You're saving your energy. It feels like you are restoring your energy back. There's something about that, but I feel like you keep it to yourself. You could be telling me you're keeping your moves hidden. You're not sharing a lot with anyone about anything, shit. And with the Fool energy here, Aquarius, Aries, I just feel like you moving on. You ain't got to tell nobody shit. You ain't gotta say bye nothing. Like, I just feel like you just moving on. Like, and there's something about this, it involves a lot of trust. This is trust the process in action. It's trust the process in action. And there's a new day. There's a new dawning. With this attitude, with this confidence, this courage, I just feel like you are you're starting your new beginning. You may not know exactly what all is going to happen, where you're headed, but there's a level of optimism here and definitely trust, faith. You have to have that, right? You can't, it would make it difficult not to have that, but there's a rebirth here for somebody. And I don't feel like you're willing to jeopardize or risk that for the past. I feel like the past is going to try to come back your way, though, because I'm pretty sure your energy is like a refreshing. It's probably very attractive. You could be telling me that you're attracting attention. You're noticing, people noticing you. Thank you. You're noticing changes. You enacted these changes, though. Yeah, I'm telling you, somebody here took a risk. Somebody here made a decision to go in a new direction. This is like going down a rabbit hole. Like I said, you don't know what's going to happen in the future. You just like, I got to go. I felt that before. I felt this way back in 2002. Just sidebar. I'm going to share something with y'all. But this was when I was getting ready to join the military. I had this deep feeling, deep down inside my spirit. It was like, if you don't go, you're going to pay for it later. And something told me, like, if you work hard now, you'll get to enjoy other things later, right? So, and mind you, 2002 was not too long after, you know, what took place in New York with September 11th. So I knew we were going to go to war. Like, I knew my time coming in was right there at the precipice of, you know. So anyway, risk and reward, fam. There's something about you knowing that you have to go. It's part of your destiny. It's part of your purpose. It supersedes everything else that could be going on in your life. You can't deny the feeling. You can't deny the way it pulls on you. Like, yeah, somebody here, you are definitely coming from your higher self. You are definitely coming from this higher state of consciousness. Like, and this is how you actually enter this new beginning. This is open portal, literally. You're going in to this new beginning at a higher state of being. At a higher state of being. So again, somebody here is taking this risk or has taken this risk. Thank you, Lorianne. In order for the universe to work with you, be willing to take a risk and go down a rabbit hole to discover a new world. Higher self. You are in alignment with your higher self, honing in your beauty and owning your uniqueness. You feel it. You know. Without a doubt, you know. Like, and the crazy thing is, it ain't even crazy, but other people can't unconvince you. Like, you have been through so much in your life. Like, when people try to tell you, oh, you should think like this, oh, you should believe this before it's too late, you needed this, you needed that, they forget or they fail to realize you've already considered all that. You've considered all that. And it's well within your spirit. Nobody's asking you for that. If that's what somebody feels, that's what they should do. But I feel like you've gotten to the point in your life where other people's opinions have done nothing for you. Other people's opinions, if at all beneficial, to me, they've always like hindered you in some way. How the hell does somebody else know what you need to be doing? And why do they care? Right? I don't know. That's just something that you learn. You learn not to put your faith in man and put your faith in God, which resides within you. And knowing that and having a relationship with that, or having that connection to the Most High, it just, you just put yourself in a position where you don't care what other people think. How do they know? You know, this ain't, your calling is not a conference call. Whatever the Most High calls you to do, it's not a conference call. So I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you have your divine connection. Spirit is directing you. This is why you're making these good decisions. It's not because somebody made this recommendation to you. You know, these people don't really care about seeing you be happy. A lot of times people really don't care about seeing you happy, collector. I mean, let's just be honest. People be faking. You know, people be faking and trying to make it seem like they're good, holy, wholesome people, and they're not. So I feel like you've had enough life experiences where you have witnessed that for yourself. You witnessed that with your whole soul and being, and your nervous system is destroyed as a result of it. Your nervous system is all out of whack as a result of giving a fuck what other people think. Or trying to meet some sort of perfect, I don't know how to put that, but anyway, that was just it was a lesson. It was part of your journey of evolving into this individual who is very sure of themselves, and you know, you trust your inner wisdom and you trust the messages that you receive directly from the Most High. Yeah, somebody here, you're being encouraged to pursue your dreams. You're being heavily encouraged to pursue your dreams. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Spirit. New energy, baby. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new dawn for you. Everything is new. Everything is new because of the way that you're seeing everything. You're seeing through new eyes. You're coming from a higher state of consciousness. This is why everything appears new. It feels new. It says have faith. Yeah, your faith has increased tremendously. And it has nothing to do with anyone outside of you. That's what I'm trying to say. Like when you connected with self, when you went deeper within, that's when you found the Most High. That's when you found your connection to everything and all that is. It has nothing to do with somebody else telling you how to do it or how to get there. You didn't need it. You didn't come into this life with anybody assigned to you. Damn, what's this message? A message? A whole bunch of messages. It's like now you receive tons of downloads, messages. Spirit speaks to you in so many ways, fam. It's not just one linear way. There's so much more out there, and I feel like you have opened yourself up to that. And the thing about it is everything, it just seems like in the past, everything that we were always told to stay away from and avoid had some hidden treasure in it. And if you don't take the time to go and seek whatever is in that, you miss out. That's the honest part of this journey. It's like, why would you tell me to stay away? To me, there's something that you're trying to hide. There's something that you're trying to hide from me. And I should not be afraid to go see what that is. I feel like you just had some really, really tough lessons in relationships. You were supposed to have these experiences with multiple relationships, whether that be family, friends, peers, co-workers, lovers, your kids. You're supposed to have all of these relationships, and you're supposed to gain your own opinion once you go back and check your nervous system. I'm just saying, fam, we really are seeing a lot more issues with autoimmune disorders, and we wonder why people's immune system are attacking them. And I don't know, I feel like there's a direct connection to our connection with our relationships with people, especially people that really don't give a fuck. They just want to interject their opinion because it validates them. It makes them feel good because now they know the truth and the answer, and they just shared it with you, and now you're following the same shit, and everybody can just kumbaya. But I just feel like you're the type of person throughout life, you have never felt comfortable with just adopting whatever somebody told you. You never was comfortable with that. And you always wanted to know more, seek more. But anyway, you're stepping into your higher self. There's more that you're learning about yourself. I got Aries energy coming out here. This is the start of a new beginning, and I feel like you are the leader. You're the leader, and you're being led. And whoever I'm reading for, you're trusting yourself. You know, they do say God lives within us. I mean, damn. Like, that's not just a metaphor. That's a real thing. That's real. So you're being encouraged instinctively. Instinctively, you're being led to pursue your dreams. You could be a dreamer. You could be telling me that you have very vivid dreams. You see yourself in your purpose, doing what you were called to do. And you got an open door opportunity to do this. Nothing is in the way. Nothing really is in the way. See, people want you to believe that you should give a fuck. They want you to believe that. They'll make you feel bad. They'll play on your guilt. But this whole lesson, this whole journey has been about realizing that you're self-sufficient. You're self-sufficient. God gave you everything that you needed already. You have everything that you need. You don't need anything else from anybody outside of you. And that's facts, fam. I just feel like not only are you moving, but you're moving on to a whole new, it's a whole new world for you. It's a whole new experience for you. And go back to the messages. Yeah, I feel like Spirit is speaking to you in many ways, not just through a person. You know, I feel like you get messages through nature. Like, you're the type of person, when you walk outside, you see things in nature, and nature just starts speaking to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about you, but I mean, I pay attention to everything. You know, everything. I think there's so much beauty in nature. And when you disconnect from this earthly experience, the things that really don't matter, when you disconnect yourself from that and you connect to nature, it's really loud. And there's a lot of conversations going on at one time. Like, it's a lot, you know? But I feel like Spirit speaks to you not just in nature, but in your dreams and in connections with people, right? There's certain things that happen sometimes. You just be like, hold up. And I know that was not just some, random shit. I know that was a message for me. I need to pay attention to something. But the thing about it is you tapped in. You tapped in and you pick up on that shit. It's not hard for you to see it. People might be surprised at how much you do see. Like, I know with me, I go on a trail walk with my homie, and we walking, and I'm just seeing all kind of shit. I know she probably be looking at me like, damn. The whole entire trail walk, I'm just noticing signs of spirit. Like, you're growing in strength and confidence and power. Somebody here, you stepped into your power. Somebody is born in the year of the tiger. Yeah, there's some old versions of you or some old beliefs that you once had. That shit. You've experienced the ego death, fam. Or a death of the ego. Not saying your whole entire ego died. Not saying that, because you need your ego. Your ego is what will help protect you. But I feel like there's certain parts of your ego that you didn't need. You allowed it to go. You let go. You needed to do that because that's the part of you that was holding on to shit that wasn't meant for you. Somebody here, you're growing in power and strength, personal power. You know, last year, 2024, was an 8 year. 8 is the number of personal power. Like, I feel like you worked on yourself. That was when you was really, like, putting in that work to, like, change old ways of thinking. Yeah, if you were born in the year of the tiger, you were born in 1950, 1962, 1974, 1986, 1998. You're somebody that's very adventurous, daring, and lucky. But yeah, I feel like you're growing in power and strength. It's really part of your destiny. That was what you came here to do. That was one of the things you came here to do. Was to grow and evolve as a soul. Thank you so much. But you watching. Make it make sense. Okay. So I feel like I'm good with that. I'm good with that message right there. What else? So to add some fun to this reading, I am going to close this message out with a Hip Hop Queens Oracle message because I think that little deck is so cute. They're Hip Hop Queens, but let me get a couple more random messages for the collective. But it still don't make no sense to watch. There's so many other things you could be doing for that instead of watching me. Like, it still doesn't make sense, love. I'm sorry. It will never make sense. Clear and concise message. Here are some other messages. I also want to put, you know what? We're just going to let it flow. Let's just let it flow. All right, it says, it's exactly what you think it is. There you go. There you go, being judgmental. See what I'm talking about, fam? People just be... The only thing that person is doing is hurting themselves. When you judge another person, because see, everything is connected. And that's how you know that somebody don't know who they are. Because if you knew that we were all connected, you would know that when you hurt or harm or intentionally do something to another person, you are literally doing that to yourself. And it's so idiotic. It's so idiotic, and it reflects back just how you feel about yourself. Because you don't even know me to be just so negative. Like, you're building good karma. There's no escaping fate. Yeah, so again, I feel like I'm talking to somebody here. This is part of your destiny. The fact that you are stepping into this new beginning and you are following the guidance that you're receiving. You're following it. You're trusting that you are being divinely guided and led. There is no escaping fate. And I feel like this destiny that you're headed towards is everything that you dreamed of. Everything that you came here to accomplish. You're putting yourself in alignment to walk right straight into your destiny, fam. You have been building good karma. You're the type of person, yeah, you find beauty in the smallest things. Like I said, whoever you are, everything speaks to you. Everything speaks to you, which goes back to that connectedness. Because everything is connected. You still have a lot to learn. And I feel like whoever I'm reading for, you're okay with that. You're open to that. See, this is what I'm saying. Whereas other people would tell you to stop at this one point in life and study that or stay focused on that, you know that there's so much more out there to learn about yourself and about this new chapter that you're moving into. Yeah, Spirit said, prepare to be surprised. Prepare to be surprised and embrace not knowing. Embrace not knowing all the answers or, exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, Spirit said, loosen your grip. Relax. This is about that faith and that trust. People talk about it, but there's a lot of people that don't have faith. They don't trust themselves. Especially the ones that talk about it the most, Those are the individuals that would never step out of their comfort zone and do things out of the ordinary, unless, they care too much about other people's opinions. They care too much about what's going to happen. There's a fear base to that. It's fear based. And I feel like you're the type of person, you have grown to this point confidently that you don't need to fear anything outside of you. If anything, you're growing more confident and trusting yourself more as you're moving forward. It's a very powerful energy that you have, collective. It's a very powerful energy. I feel like you are an alchemist or you're practicing alchemy. You are learning how to really transmute energy. And I mean quickly, right? I feel like I'm talking to somebody here. You're an excellent problem solver. You don't get bent out of shape when things take place in your life. You already know that. I mean, that's going to happen. Things are going to happen in life. I feel like instead of feeling like the sky is falling, I feel like you get down to figuring out how to solve your problem. What I'm saying is there's this discipline or there's this emotional regulation thing that you got going on. Self-mastery. Uh-oh. What you say, Dan the Lake? Everyone should embrace. Are y'all having a conversation? All right, I'm going to let y'all work that out. Thank y'all for your positive comments. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget to hit that like button. Get them likes up, fam. Let's see. I wanted to pull another message because I said we were going to let this thing flow. We're going to let this thing flow. Clear and concise messages for the collective. The golden children. Inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. Bottom of the deck, I got an empathic starseed. Wow. Empathic starseed. Energetic sovereignty. Absorbing what's not yours. Whew. That's deep. I feel you on that one. It's so hard not to absorb other people's energy when you're an empath. And people mistake your emotions, not realizing that you have absorbed everything. You're absorbing everything around you, everybody around you. I wonder how that would feel if they were the empath, right? No, I don't. I really don't give a fuck. But maybe at one point I would have cared. All right, something tells me I want to. Okay, let's see what this golden children energy is about. Why is this message coming out? The golden children. And it's so funny. I was talking about that movie Eddie Murphy was in back in the day, The Golden Child. Remember that movie, y'all? It was a couple of readings back. I was talking about that. Anyway, somebody here could be born in 1970. The golden children, the children of the sun, are highly advanced, extremely intelligent souls who are incarnating increasingly on planet Earth. They have little to no personal karma and possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. Golden children are born with a very clear mission. Many remember it from a young age and begin answering and sharing it early in life. Due to their unique intelligence, they may find themselves easily bored at school. Most have never incarnated on Earth before, and so, if they're not supported in the right ways, they struggle with physical life here. They're often referred to as the new humans. If you pull this card, it may be a sign that you are being called to mother, father, or nurture a child. You may be called to tend to your own inner child, a creative idea or project, or a new beginning. To treat yourself or the new beginning with sweet, tender love, to nurture and nourish it, to give it every chance to grow and reach adulthood, to encourage it, to water it, to see the world through the innocence of a child, to see yourself and all others as innocent children, to remember that deep down, everyone is trying their best, and if they're treated with a tender heart, they'll not harden as they journey through this great adventure called life. Wow, that's deep. Deep. Okay, what's this empathic starseed? I feel like this is so connected. So connected. You can be telling me you are one of the chosen. You are called. You are this golden child. Okay, let me see. Hold on one second, collective, because it's the way I gotta look this up in this book. But I'm gonna tell you, you just hold on. Somebody here was born in 1964. The empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty and absorbing what's not yours. Empathic starseeds are here to shift the world through their physical presence alone. They don't need to do anything beyond being here. Thanks to the energetic charge their physical presence causes. Due to their highly sensitive nature, empathic starseeds can struggle with being on Earth and in a physical body. Many are prone to addiction and depression, or tend to mistake other people's feelings and moods for their own. Natural introverts, they tend to prefer spending time alone or in small groups. Crowds can be overwhelming for them. If this card appears, consider lightening the load energetically. Don't put yourself under such pressure to go out into the world. Be gentle with yourself. Allow extra time and care to recover energetically. If you are feeling pressured to keep up a certain pace, instead put on the brakes and treat yourself like a precious baby. Do whatever you can to take the pressures of the world off your plate. Switch off to switch back on. In today's world, it's normal to feel that we should be doing more, but perhaps being present in our life is enough. This could be a phase you're going through, or simply how you're being called to live your life. If your work involves giving to others, right now you are being called to keep something for yourself. You don't need to transmute it all. It's okay to look after your own growth and healing before feeling you should offer it to the world. Indeed, it's necessary if you want to continue to do so sustainably. That's deep too. Sheesh. It's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. But you know what? I feel like Again, God don't make mistakes. The Creator didn't make a mistake when he made you. He knew that once you strengthen your spirit, your soul, once you tapped into this higher self, this highest potential, this higher level of consciousness, that you could tackle this next thing, which is just being you. Gosh, it's like, if that's all you had to do, Starseed, is just be you. It's your energetic charge. And that shit is stressful, honey. Why is it so damn stressful? Oh my goodness. No, for real. Anyway, you have everything that you need, fam. You're not missing anything, and you don't need anybody's permission, and you don't need anybody's opinion to tell you right from wrong what your spirit and your soul came here to do, okay? Why do they care anyway? They need to be looking out for their own souls, right? I'm just saying. I feel like that's part of the age of Aquarius, though. Like, we're starting to see more of that kind of like, let me tell you what I think you should do energy, or like people just being really sensitive about opinions. It's really interesting. You know, the opposite sign of Aquarius is Leo. So not only are we in the age of Aquarius, but we got these Leo energies in the background now. We can't ignore. You know, people feel entitled. People feel like it's their business. It's their, you know. They are entitled to speak their opinion, tell you who you should be and what you should do. All right. So, all right, fam. So we're going to pull from this Hip Hop Queens Oracle deck because I really love the messages. I think this deck is really cute. You can get this on Amazon. But let's get a message from here. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. Just read the energy or listen to the energy of the card, okay? Clear and concise messages for the collective. Thank you, Lorianne, for being here. Thank you for your positive comments, your help as a moderator. Thank you, Dan the Late, for being here. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so we got Left Eye. This came out the other day. I don't know if it came out here on YouTube or if it came out on my TikTok reading, but Left Eye. It says vision. You have to stay focused, fam. It's so noisy in this world. Ooh, bottom of the deck, we got Nicki Minaj, and it says leadership. See why this deck is so cute to me? I really think this is a little cute deck. But where the hell is the book? Because it does no good. Oh, I was about to say it does no good to have the deck without the book. All right, so Left Eye. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's a long message. It's long. Anyway, it says pulling a left eye card means some parts of your life require deeper analysis. You are attempting to sort through some things and dissecting either the past, present, and future will prove beneficial. So often the solution is right in our faces. We simply refuse to see it. Again, as Left Eye says, the eye is right. So no matter what decision you make, it will be the right answer for you. Be sure to investigate all possibilities and attempt to view the situation from all angles. Remember, while we have two visible eyes, your third eye is equally important. Trust your intuition and gut instinct when navigating your decision-making process. The truth will guide you, not blind you. I love that message. The key words here, it says insight, foresight, hindsight, third eye vision, introspection, emotional blindness. Okay. Then at the bottom of the deck, we had Nicki Minaj, and it said leadership. Nikki says leadership. What's this message? Let's see. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it says the Nicki Minaj card is telling you to lead the way. You may be used to taking cues from someone else, but what happens when there's no one to report to? You can't always rely on second and third opinions. Is this not everything I was saying in this reading? It's not everything I was saying in this reading, fam. Wow. You can't always rely on second and third opinions when choosing certain walks in life. This time, it's all you and your gut instinct. Be like Barb's and take charge. Let experience be your compass. Some may challenge your steps forward, but guess what? You're not here to please them. March to the beat of your own super bass and keep believing that you will get the job done. I cannot with this reading. Wow, that was everything we just talked about. That's so dope. All right, fam. Interesting. Okay, so let's see. What makes you a star seed? What makes you chosen? Clear and concise messages. Your ancient Egyptian ancestors. Somebody here, you got some royalty in your bloodline. Judgment day for your enemies. Oof. Spirit. You are highly ranked in the spiritual world. Okay. Atlantis. And generational curse breaker. Bottom of the deck, I got victory. Oh, wait a minute. It says do not worry, but I saw victory. Well, it's gone. Well, do not worry and underestimate it. I wonder where that victory went. Oh, it was success. Anyway, I feel like you have this royalty in your bloodline, fam. There's something about anybody who has come up against you or who has made it difficult or made, life challenging. I feel like there's something about this new day, this new energy. It's going to be a judgment day for them. And it's not to say that they're going to experience anything physically or anything like that. It's just it's like a day of realizing, or at some point realizing that you really are who you claim to be. Like if you're telling me you're walking in your spiritual path and you're doing what you're called to do on on a spiritual journey, your family members may not agree with you, but at some point they will see, that you really are somebody here who has healing abilities. You are somebody here that is gifted. These individuals will see that. And it could be just as simple as that. You're only being called to just be yourself. And the thing about that is that's enough because you have this highly charged energy. Your name is highly ranked in the spiritual world. You came here that way. I feel like I'm speaking to somebody here. You are that golden child. You come from that lineage. There's something about your assignment or your purpose. You're very advanced. Like you're I don't know, it's just your spiritual gifts seem very advanced. And I feel like you are destined to break certain patterns. 555 in Michigan. Ashe, yeah, I missed it. 5 is the number of change, and that number is amplified. But you are being called to shift kind of like some things within your lineage. so that people can empower themselves, step into their power, you know, realize that, I don't know, there's just more out there. There's a lot more to learn. Somebody here is a life path 4. You could be telling me that you are very interested in careers in law enforcement, maybe even like, I don't know, being a paralegal, or I got a blogger. It says blog. Do people blog anymore? Don't they vlog? I don't know shit. A light worker, bottom of the deck. I'm talking to a light worker. It says awakened healer, a teacher, a leader, a truth seeker. Somebody here, you speak on your platform about spirituality or your journey, or there's something that you do. You express yourself. Somebody here is clairaudient. Yeah, you can clearly hear when spirit speaks to you. And I'm not talking about voices like, you know, I'm talking about spirit. You get messages through clairaudience. Somebody here, you got a platform, and you use it for spiritual purposes. You use your platform for spiritual purposes, to shine that light, to express yourself in this light work of purpose. You're a healer. You're a healer. You teach. Yeah, Spirit is calling you not to worry. You were just underestimated. You know, a lot of people didn't want to believe that you were who you seem to be, who you appear to be. Nobody wanted to believe that, because that would threaten a lot of things that, you know, a lot of their own beliefs or the lack thereof. We got dream messages. Yeah, somebody here, you're a dreamer. You receive messages in your dream. You can tell who your enemies are. There's something about your dreams. You dream about your enemies, so you already know who to stay away from, who to stand clear from. You have dreams about your enemies, like what's going to happen to them, or, you know, what they got going on that they try to hide from the world. All right, collective. I was going to... yeah, let's do some angel numbers. So if the collective sees any of these angel numbers, we just got through talking about 555. What do they need to know? It says you are going to level up. It might not feel good initially, but it will prepare you to handle the greater things in life for your highest good. That is the why that you've been looking for. Push through it. There's a reward at the finish line. I'm going to leave that out. All right, so if you guys see any of these angel numbers, these will be the messages. So you got 555. What else? 4444. Somebody here is a life path 4. Be careful when it comes to, like, I don't know why I want to say be careful, but 4 is the energy of law enforcement. So it's also the number for stability, but I just get more, you know, today I'm getting more the law enforcement aspect of it. I don't know if somebody here works in law enforcement, or they're a lawyer, they're drawn to that career field, or if somebody just been having a lot of issues with the law. Like, it just seemed like every time you turn around, or you get pulled over, or I don't know. It says there might be some difficulties ahead, but you will push through it. You got this. If you've been struggling or feeling lost, the winds of change will blow in your favor. If you've been suffering or feeling lost, some things may fall apart, but you're building the framework for something much better. So hang in there. Yes, it's giving stability. It's giving, you know, the changes that you're making. Now you're able to create new foundations, new beliefs. You got 3s coming out here. Good Lord. You are divinely supported and protected. All these 3s. 3 is that divine number, right? It's that support number. Angelic support. Spiritual support. Yeah, Spirit just wants you to continue to focus. Stay focused on your dreams. Stay focused on your higher self. Because the problems that you have today will disappear. You're being guided. And I feel like Spirit is also saying, don't give up. Your GG's address is 1221. Did you see 1221? We got 2002. I was talking about that earlier in the reading. How I went into the military that year. It says the void. You have more control over your life than you realize. Learn and execute what interests you. Turn things around. It gets better with time. There are plenty of friends to make, so chill. Have fun and open up and go outside. No, Spirit could be saying, you know, it's time to let go of some stress. Have fun. 1441. It says unique skills. This is a time of intense self-development. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master. It also serves to find your true purpose. Leveling up in your career or business is a priority right now. We got 1001. You could be seeing that a lot on the clock. It says spiritual awakening. A new phase in a religious or spiritual quest. You're going through a spiritual awakening, which can feel like a dark night of the soul. You're on the path to enlightenment, and this too shall pass. This is talking about this journey that you're on, collective. Major changes taking place. All right, so that is the messages that I have for you. I hope these messages brought you clarity and confirmation. Please be aware of any fake pages or anybody reaching out to you. I never reach out. So if anybody is, you know, sending you any messages requesting that you get a paid reading, that is not me. Thank you guys again for being here. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And let me know in the comments if this message resonated. Thank you guys again for being here. Thank you, Dan the Lake, for your comments. All right, guys, y'all take care. Peace.